Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Mary Heaton, or Mary Heaton What's Next. So today I'm making one of my favorite pasta dishes, the carbonara. You're going to find a lot of recipes and methods online. This is how I like it, and this is how I'm going to teach it. So you could use either bacon, pancetta, or guanciale. Guanciale is too salty for me. I normally use either bacon or pancetta. I do get thick. I cut them about this size, and you're going to want to brown those in a skillet till they're crunchy. Not over crunchy, but definitely crunchy. I'll show you the level. You're also going to need a pot with quite a bit of water to cook your pasta in. Now, in the ingredients, you're going to need a couple of eggs. I use the egg yolks. So if I'm making 3 orders of pasta, I'm going to use 3 egg yolks. A lot of people will mix in cheese with their egg yolks. You will not see me doing that because my husband doesn't like cheese, so I put my cheese in afterwards. But to keep the eggs from looking like scrambled egg on the pasta, I put in just a tiny bit of heavy whipping cream. You could substitute this with regular cream, or if you don't have either, you could even use milk. Won't come out quite as thick, but it'll still work for you. I also use either sour cream to put in there. You could use sour cream, or you could use Greek yogurt, whichever one you prefer. If you don't like any cream base, this is one of those ingredients that you could take out of it, and some fresh parsley. So let me show you now how I make this pasta, and you'll leave me comments on how you like it or not. But again, it is definitely one of my favorites, and it tastes amazing when it's ready. Okay, these are the 3 egg yolks. I'm gonna add, like I said, that little bit of cream and continue to mix in. That's about the amount of cream that I put in mine. I'm gonna put some pepper in here. Now, if you like cheese, this is where you would add the cheese in. Again, I'm not going to put it in because I have a eater that doesn't like cheese, so I do modify my recipes for who I'm cooking for. And another thing that I ended up doing is I realized that skillet was going to be too small for me to stir everything in. You don't have to use a wok, but it was going to be the easiest for me to stir the pasta and everything in. And I'm going to get a wooden fork versus this for this part here. So I'll show you in a couple minutes how the rest of it looks. Stay tuned. Cooking my pasta, and as you all know, that'll soften up and be totally in the pot within about a half a minute. And here is the bacon crisping up, and we're going to use all that bacon juice and everything to end up flavoring. Okay, so my pasta's about ready. I'm going to drain it, but I'm going to leave just a tiny amount of liquid in it. Bacon bits are ready, and then you'll see, I'll show you how I stir it in, and again, the most crucial part is how you mix in the egg. All right, here's pasta going into the bacon. You can see I left just a little bit of humidity. Ironically, I normally use more bacon than that to make it. However, I only have that much today, and I'm going to put in just a little bit of sour cream. Now, some people might say, oh, you don't use sour cream. I'm gonna say that you could follow a recipe, or you could create your own recipe, and you can alter it to how you want. Anybody could follow a recipe, so make it your own. And we're gonna put in the pasta a little bit at a time. And obviously we're going to be stirring while doing that. In some red pepper flakes. Again, this is optional. The pasta keeps heating up. I'm going to keep throwing in some of the egg, stirring it. It's a little bit more difficult to keep a camera angle and cook when you're making this, so doing my best here. And this will cook in, so as it cooks in, it's going to thicken you have that great sauce in it. And I want to be sure you get all that egg in, not just part of it. With all those spices. And then I'm just gonna stir this up a little bit. So the type of skillet that I have, you can use metal items on it. It's not a regular one. It's a scan pan. You could see that it's starting to thicken and creating that creamy sauce. But at the same time, I'm not getting that scrambled egg look in it, which technically, if you get that, the pasta has failed. That's the one thing that it's hard to make your own because it won't taste as good. Now, putting some parsley in it, both for color as well as flavor. Go get a plate and I'll show you how I plate this. We are just about done. Okay, here we go. And here's your pasta carbonara. At this point, you want cheese on it, go for it. That's grated Parmesan. And my favorite touch to it is a little bit of parsley. Enjoy, one of my favorite dishes.